You know what? No one can deny that the biggest rivalry in smartphones is Apple versus Samsung. And while Samsung fans keep saying Apple copied every feature since 1900 BC, the truth is, Samsung's done plenty of copying too. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So let's rewind. Okay, so in 2007, Apple dropped the iPhone, a black glass slab that changed, basically, the whole world. Within months, Samsung's Galaxy S arrived, looking suspiciously familiar. Same curves, same layout, same grid icons. Apple promptly filed a lawsuit against Samsung, which was fought for almost a decade. Samsung ended up paying over $1 billion for that design. But did that stop them? Not a chance. Like a student caught cheating who just learns to copy better, Samsung didn't quit. They evolved, learning to hide it better. In 2011, the iPad 2 had just redefined what a tablet could look like: aluminum, symmetry, elegance. Samsung's response? The Galaxy Tab 10.1. And it was so identical to the iPad 2 that it even got banned in Europe for undue influence. From there, the Galaxy versus iPhone rivalry became less about specs and more about who copied more. Now, remember when Samsung mocked Apple for removing the headphone jack? Yeah, 2 years later, they quietly did the exact same thing and deleted the ad that mocked it. Then came the chargers. They roasted Apple for ditching the charging brick. And 1 year later, the Galaxy S21 showed up without a charger in the box. And that's way more painful to the people who really matter, aka the consumers, that Samsung doesn't just copy Apple's designs, they also copy Apple's evil business decisions. Another thing Samsung mocked Apple for was their boxy designs. Who wants a phone with flat edges? People want curved edge-to-edge screens. Then came the iPhone 12 with flat sides and matte glass. And again 2 years later, the Galaxy S22 arrived, looking just as squared, just as flat, just as premium. Even their titanium marketing was a carbon copy. Apple introduced Grade 5 titanium in iPhone 15 Pro series. Months later, Samsung proudly launched Titanium Shield, the same metal, the same weight claims, different marketing department. At this point, I can literally imagine Apple's legal team sighing, not again. And no, it doesn't stop with the phones. Let's have a look at the Apple Watch Ultra. Rugged titanium body, orange button, ocean bands. 2 years later, Galaxy Watch Ultra. Same shape, same orange button, hell, even the same name. Then the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro came out, complete with AirPods-style stems and a transparent lid, because nothing screams originality like copying the exact angle of someone else's earbud. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe and I'll make a Samsung version of this too. On the software side, you might think that things would be different. I don't think so. Apple drops Dynamic Island, Samsung drops Now Bar. iOS gets depth effect lock screens, Samsung has depth effect on their lock screens too. iOS has the control center on right, notifications on left, so One UI now has the same too now. So yeah, Samsung is slowly getting too close to becoming Apple, but here's the twist. Despite all that copying, Samsung still can't buy the one thing Apple mastered: influence. And if you want to know how Apple has this influence since years in the US, watch this next video right here. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks Samsung is always the innovator. It can teach them well that